Tyson Fury is back. Again. If that feels familiar, it should. His retirements have become seasonal, predictable, loud, and hard to fully believe. Fury's exits aren't disappearances, they're episode breaks. And if you're wondering why fans treat every retirement announcement like a plot twist, let's run through the history. 2013, hinted at quitting. 2016, gave up his belts, walked away, meant it. 2017, unretired. 2018, fought again. 2022, beat White, retired. December 2022, unretired. 2023, teased it again after Ngannou. 2024, lost to Usyk, said he was out, for real this time. Now, it's 2026. He's back as he, again, unretired. He reminds me of a quarterback from back in the day I won't mention by name. Fury doesn't retire, he refreshes the feed. Every exit is just another trailer. And boxing, it keeps clicking play.
But
this time is different. Not because of what Fury said, but when he said it. The heavyweight division in early 2026 is scattered, emotional, and open. The kind of chaos Fury thrives in. One Instagram post, 2026 is that year, and suddenly the boxing world is watching. Again. What really snapped everyone to attention wasn't just Fury. It was who might be waiting across from him in the ring. Anthony Joshua. Fury's retirements have never been final acts. They're cliffhangers, commercial breaks. This one came after his loss to Alexander Usyk, his first true step away.
And these guys are not letting us down. Fury's in trouble. The big fella, the chip.
But now, he's reversing course. When Fury says he's back, it's not just about who's coming out of the gym. It's about how the sport rearranges itself around the biggest draw. Because in boxing, gravity follows attention, not rankings. And the moment he speaks, the conversation shifts to Joshua. But to understand where this is going, we need to understand why Fury keeps coming back at all. He doesn't vanish into the quiet. He exits like a performer, waiting for the next cue. Some fighters walk away when their bodies give out, some when the stakes get too high. Fury leaves when he wants the lights to follow him. And honestly, it works. Each return feels fresh. It turns a tired story into an event. The king is back, even if he never truly left. And in heavyweight boxing, nobody ever really leaves, not for long. They linger, argue online, and eye the money still on the table. The kind that only exists when your name still draws breath in headlines. That's why Fury's post wasn't a press release. It was a moment, a flex, a reminder. And Joshua, he just had his own. In December, Anthony Joshua knocked out Jake Paul in the 6th round. Not a legacy win, but a narrative shift. Suddenly, people were asking again, is Joshua still that guy? Beating Paul doesn't crown you, but it makes people look. It revives interest. It puts your name back in rotation. And just as that fire started, tragedy struck. Joshua was in a car crash in Nigeria. 2 of his team members didn't survive. He had minor injuries, but the loss runs deeper than any bruise. The driver was reportedly charged. That's not storyline material. That's real life, real grief. So while the boxing world speculates about a Fury-Joshua fight in 2026, Joshua's present is something else entirely. His calendar now includes mourning. That's not something a promoter can pencil around, which makes Fury's timing delicate, because the biggest fight might have to wait. Before we get to what I think is really happening behind the scenes, do me a favor. If you like this kind of breakdown where we separate the hype from the headline, hit subscribe. It helps the channel and it tells YouTube you want more combat sports stories that aren't just, he's back, he's great, roll credits. All right, Back to it. Fury versus Joshua isn't just a fight. It's a British cultural moment. It's the debate that's been simmering for nearly 10 years. They bring different tools. Fury, movement, size, unorthodoxy. Joshua, structure, power, classic form. So why haven't they fought? Because in boxing, almost is the most profitable state. Everyone's always nearly fighting. Fury's return doesn't fix that, it just stirs it up again. Joshua's situation, emotionally and physically, needs time. So Fury needs an interim plan, a fight that keeps him relevant but doesn't burn the biggest possible matchup, which leads to two paths. There's unfinished business here. Usyk is the one opponent who handed Fury a loss with no excuses attached. A trilogy would be about more than belts. It would be about rewriting history, saying, my story doesn't end there. But Usyk isn't a warm-up. He's a tactician, a technician, the kind of fighter who punishes rust. So if Fury takes that road, it's because he's chasing more than a check. Still, there's another option. One with less history, but just as much risk. Enter Fabio Wardley, tied to the WBO belt, hungry, unburdened by history. Not the biggest name, but that's what makes it dangerous. Young fighters don't know they're supposed to lose, and that edge, that hunger, is what makes this fight a real risk. It's also clean, marketable. Old king versus new threat. Boxing thrives on that. But if Fury slips, the comeback doesn't just falter, it evaporates. This choice, Usyk or Wardley, is about more than matchups. It's about meaning. Fury's return is timed like a campaign announcement. In boxing, the worst fate isn't defeat, it's irrelevance. And a comeback forces relevance. It forces the sport to make space again, to say your name again. And while the Joshua fight may still be months or years away, Fury's return keeps the seat warm, keeps his name loud. That's not an accident. If Joshua isn't ready, Fury buys time with a smart opponent. If he wants revenge, he calls Usyk. If he wants leverage, he grabs a belt through Wardley. This comeback isn't about boredom, it's about presence. Fury isn't just returning to box, he's returning to make sure 2026 can't be written without him. And the most dangerous part? He might have just done that with one post. So let's flip this to you. Who should Fury fight? Drop your pick in the comments, unless it's Jake Paul, then drop your phone too. I'm Reggie Cross for Behind the Lines. If you're feeling the vibe, hit that subscribe and remember, hype fades, legacy don't. Peace.
745